All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Akakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the man who taught me this truth. I would like to say shalom to you Akim and Fuakwath, you men, women, and little ones that believe on the words of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. It's your brother Micah Allah, coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, Lord willing to edify. And the title of this lesson is simply Jacob's Trouble is Prophecy. You see, and the inspiration of this video comes from this little short clip I seen off the brother Ariyah Khayal Ba. Babu Shah, y'all, subscribe and be edified to the brother's channel, and he just recently posted about, as you can see, about 3 hours ago, this video of this Eve in a dream that she just had, that the Lord gave her. And we understand and know that in these last days, the Lord is pouring his spirit upon all flesh, giving a lot of people, dreams, because we're in the time of judgment, as we always speak about. We're in the time of judgment, and these things our apostles and elders have been warning about for decades. And we're at the time where these events that were foretold, decades ago, centuries ago, we're at the point now where these things are beginning to manifest themselves and come to pass, man. This is that lifetime that Yahweh Shema Shah is going to manifest these prophecies, man. These main prophecies, which will entail of the ultimate destruction of this place, America, and that's what we're ultimately here to tell you. We're here to tell all of you people outside this council that it's not good news for America, man. It's not good news for this place. And the Lord's going to destroy this place very soon. But before he destroys this place, all hell is going to break loose. The MOTB is about to be implemented. And Jacob's trouble is about to come to pass in a very, very horrific way, man. And those of us that believe, we're going to need divine intervention. We're going to need help from on high to be able to escape these times. But I'm finna play this this brother's video and hit a couple scriptures, and Lord willing is edifying.
You guys, right now it is 5 a.m. in New Haven, Connecticut. I want to share this dream that I had. I want to share this dream. I don't know if it meant something. I don't know if it's a warning, but I literally woke up from this dream. Right now, I'm in the bathroom, about to get ready for work. This dream has to be a warning. And it's from the government. I'ma share it. I was on the bus, like the CT Transit bus. I was on the bus on my way home from work. It was a sunny day outside, on my way home from work. And I'm on my phone, and I was gonna make a phone call to my mom to check on her. This is a dream, okay? Keep this in mind. This is a dream. And as soon as I was about to dial my mom's number and call her and check on her, all of a sudden my phone blacked out. Not just my phone, the whole entire world The whole entire world, everybody phone, even on the city bus, everybody phone blacked out. As everyone's phone blacked out, it was a message at the same time. And all you hear is dun, 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 dun. This is a warning. This is a warning. This is a warning. Everybody lost electricity. Cars, buildings. There was no electricity at all. It was like the world just shut down, blacked out. Everyone on the bus is looking so confused. They're all looking at their phones. Our phones are pitch black. And all you hear is, this is a warning. This is a warning. This is a warning. The next thing I knew, I look outside the window as I'm on the bus. I look outside the window and I see people killing each other. I mean, smurder. Everybody, including myself that was on that bus, was panicking. Like, we were all afraid. We were in panic mode. But as we're all looking out the window from the bus, you can see nothing but people smurdering each other. I'm talking about left and right. It was so graphic. It was so graphic that I got scared in that dream. And I started having a heart attack in that dream. To the point where I woke up and I started sweating. I jumped out my bed. My back was sweating. My chest was sweating. Everything was like, I was just hot. I was sweating and my heart was like boom, 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 boom. I said all that to say this. People might not know that dreams have a meaning to it, but I feel like dreams have a meaning to it. And I don't know what this dream means, but I'm gonna tell you this. Y'all better be vigilant. Y'all better be vigilant. Because this dream felt real. I don't know if this dream means the purge or a terrorist attack. I don't know what the dream meant. But what I can tell you is that the dream means something. And the government is up to something. Okay? They're up to something. Y'all better be vigilant. Y'all better stay woke. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. The dream that I had, where our phones had blacked out and everything blacked out, everything shut down completely, and folks is murdering each other left and right, y'all better wake up and take heed. And I'm sharing this dream to y'all. Y'all better save this video. Y'all better save it. Y'all better share it. Because whatever that's about to happen, I don't know when, I don't know where, I don't know how. Okay? But from New Haven, Connecticut, I'm here to let you know that y'all better be vigilant. Y'all better take heed. Something is going to take place. Something is going to take place. And I don't know when.
Yeah, and as you heard, that dream was sent by Yahweh Shemal Washai all day. Well, let's start right here. This Acts 2 and verse 17. It says, and it shall come to pass in the last days, saith the Lord, or Salaki, saith the Most High, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. You see? So this dream was sent by Yahweh Shemal Washai. And this is why we are to thank Yahweh Shemal Washai first and foremost, because the fact that he's blessed us to even understand that he is behind all of this. You see? That's what puts us in a very privileged position. And the Lord revealed his secrets unto us. You see? When we look at all of these people outside this council and we hear their visions, you know, we hear how these people have a inkling of what's going on, or they could feel in their spirit that something is about to happen, but they're not able to put the pieces to the puzzle. They're not able to make the connections back to the scriptures to gain that comfort. You see? Because as we hear these evils, you know, that she spoke about taking place in her dreams, the Lord has already put us on game to that, man. You know? Matter of fact, let's get this right here. And that's why we say the water Yahweh Shemal Washai. because the Lord didn't have to do that. This Amos 3 and verse 6 says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, have not done it? So we're seeing and hearing the trumpet being blown in these last days by the mouth of the prophets. You see? That warning is going out, like she kept saying, in her dream, warning, This is a warning from Yahweh Shemel Shai. The Lord is about to fuck this place over, man. You see? This is a time like no other. The scriptures tell you how it's going to be so bad out here to where Michael the archangels and the angels are going to have to stand up on the behalf of the elect. It's going to get that bad to where divine intervention, is going to take place, man. But it says, shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, have not done it. Let me get that in the NLT. This Amos 3 and verse 6 in the NLT. It says, when the ram's horn blows a warning, shouldn't the people be alarmed? Disaster come to a city. So does disaster come to a city unless the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai has planned it? See, the Lord planned this. Jacob's trouble is a part of the plans of the Lord. Mass death is a part of the plans of the Lord. Esau Edom coming down with great wrath is a part of the plans of the Lord, man. Blackouts, famines. Because as she was started the video off saying, the power had went out, man. And that's the spirit, because we were just going into that this past weekend, this past Saturday, today at camp, with the elder Mawatazak from the LA camp, man. You see, we was going into the blackouts, man. The teeth of wild beasts. You see? And the Lord had her to have a dream about this. So this is prophecy beginning to manifest itself, because you're seeing the famines increase. You're seeing the evils increase. These people are losing their mind, man. She said when she was on the bus, and she looked outside the window, people were just losing it, man. And look how you're hearing more and more articles about 5-year-olds putting their parents to death. Babies getting put in the oven, just all out slaughter, and ruthless behavior is being shown by all these demonic ass people out here, man. And it's only going to intensify. But it's all planned by Yahweh Shemel Shai. On the left-hand side, it says, indeed, the sovereign Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, never does anything until he reveals his plans to his servants, the prophets. Let's read that in the KJV. It says, surely the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. You see? So let's get this word secret right here. It says counsel. Secret counsel. And the Lord has revealed his secret counsel unto the prophets. And the prophets reveals those same secrets unto the rest of the elect, man. That's our duty as watchmen, is to warn the house of Israel. Remember, Yahweh Shemel Shai said, give them warning from me. Remember, the Lord is telling us his plans. He's revealed to us what he's going to do. It's not like the Lord just shooting from the hip. Or he's going to, say one thing and then, I take it back. No, the Lord's not like man. The Lord doesn't lie. And he put his name above his word, man, to make sure that these things come to pass, man. So the Lord does nothing until he reveals his secret unto his servants, the prophets. It says, the lion have roared, who will not fear? The Lord Yahweh Shema Shah power have spoken, who can but prophesy. You see, so who can but prophesy? This is our job, man. You see? But let's go here. I had it in my head. Oh, yeah. This Revelation 19 and verse 10. It says, and he fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, wait a minute. Yep. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. And this is the angel speaking to John, John the Revelator. It says, worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. You see? So the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. And let's get this word prophecy right here. And this is how you're able, those of you that are new, this is how you're able, to discern between those that serve Yahweh Shema Shai and those that serve him not. Because there's a certain doctrine that's going to be presented. It's a certain teaching that's going to be presented. It's a certain way that the men that Yahweh Shema Shai set up, it's a certain way that they're going to move, man. They're not going to be worldly. They're not going to cater to the ways of this world. You see? And they're going to possess the spirit of prophecy. Because that's what our Lord Yahweh Shai was about, man.
Strong's G 4394. Prophetia.
Yeah. It says, prophecy, a discourse emanating from divine inspiration and declaring the purposes of the Most High. And this is what we're doing. We're proclaiming the purposes of Yahweh Shema Shai. That's why we tell you, this ain't of man. You ain't just hearing this from mortal men. These are the words of Yahweh Shema Shai that are being spoken unto you through the prophets. This the Lord speaking. You see? It says, whether by reproving and admonishing the wicked or comforting the afflicted. And this is what the doctrine of Yahweh Shema Shai entails of. You see? The comforting of the elect as well as the condemning of the wicked. It says, or revealing things hidden. See? Or revealing things hidden, especially by foretelling future events. You see? So when you look at these different camps outside of Great Millstone, these guys are not, as well as the affiliates of GMS, these guys are not prophesying. They're not foretelling the future events that are set to come to pass, man. Such as Sakari, IUIC, Sons of Thunder, so on and so forth, man. You barely hear these men warn you about the impending dangers that's said to come. These niggas want to play around, Niggas want to go be a fucking podcaster, you know. Niggas want to march. Instead of telling you what Yahweh Shema Shai is about to do to this place. Instead of telling you the future events that are said to come to pass, man. These guys aren't telling you these things. They're telling you to go get you a wife, have you some kids, go get a school, go get some land, you know. They're not warning you of the MOTB. They're not building your spirit up to be prepared to endure these times. You see? That's why we say the Wada Yahweh Shema Shai for the apostles and elders. A great millstone, man. Because those are the men that the Lord set up. We are those men that Yahweh Shema Shai set up, man. As well as the affiliates. And we say that humbly. You see? But it's the truth. Because how do you know? Look at what's being taught, man. Matter of fact, let me get this. This is Malachi 3 and verse 16. It says, then they that feared the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, spake often one to another, and the Lord heard, and the Lord hearkened and heard it, and a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared Yahweh Shema Shai, and that thought upon his name. And that's concerning the elect. It says, and they shall be mine, saith the Lord of hosts, in that day when I make up my jewels, I will spare them, as a man spareth his own son that serveth him. So the Lord is only sparing the elect in these times. Those that have that thawa, which is that exemption from judgment, as Ezekiel the 9th chapter speaks about, man. And guess what the elect will have written in their foreheads? The testimony of Yahweh Shai, which is the spirit of prophecy. You see? They'll have the names written, which is ultimately, it will also come with a doctrine. You know? It says, then shall you return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth the Most High and him that serveth him not. And how would you be able to discern between who serves the Lord and who doesn't? By what's being proclaimed out of their mouth. You see? You got guys out there telling you that we got another 1,000 years until the kingdom come. You got guys out there telling you, like these dudes, Genesis, telling you that eternal life isn't real. What the fuck is you talking about, man? What the fuck is you talking about, man? What the fuck is you talking about? That's false doctrine, man. That's false doctrine, and that leads the sheep astray, man. That leads the sheep astray. And whoever is following them, that doesn't give them a faith booster. That doesn't give them the mindset to see afar off beyond America. Fuck no, man. You got niggas still want to be rappers in 2025. It's easy to discern between these guys, man. Guys out there that want to travel with the truth. When our apostles and elders, the Spirit bang out on our apostles and elders to show us that the internet does the heavy lifting for this truth, man. You see? It's through the way of YouTube that this word is being preached throughout the four corners of the earth, and that's what's brought forth the end in these last days, man. But let's get this, though. This Joel 2 and verse 12, I'm going to close out with this one. It says, therefore also now, saith the Lord, turn ye even to me with all your heart, and with fasting, and with weeping and with mourning. See, so turn to Yahweh Shema Shah. Seek the Lord while he may be found, man. This the time where he may be found, because as the lady was going into in her dream, the power cut out. So what do you think that comes with? A famine of the word, man. What do you think that brings about? The famine of the word. The famine of hearing these words, man. You see? It says, for he is gracious and... Wait, Salaki. I jumped it. Salaki. It says, and rend your heart and not your garments, and turn to the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, your power, for he is gracious and merciful, slow to anger, and of great kindness, and repent of him of the evil. You see? So turn to the Lord, man. Let me get this last one, because it's finna go down out here, man. It's Jeremiah 30 and verse 7. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. Matter of fact, let me jump up. Salaki. I'm going to jump up to 5. Jeremiah 30 and verse 5. It says, for thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and our faces are turned into paleness. And this is what the day of the Lord is going to consist of. This is what Jacob's trouble is going to consist of, man. Why the fuck do you think it's called Jacob's trouble? It's called Jacob's trouble because it's strictly geared and focused on you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. This is who the Lord is personally targeting. He's targeting you, Jake. You know? It says, at last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. Ain't no time in history is going to be able to compare to Jacob's trouble. When the Lord fully opened the floodgates of hell, it's not going to be no time in history that's going to be able to match up to Jacob's trouble. That's why this is going to be a great day, you see, which is going to consist of great judgment, great death, you see. But as for the elect, those of us that trust in Yahweh Shema Shah, we have nothing to fear. We have nothing to worry about. Why? It says, it is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Exactly. The elect is going to be saved. And Lord willing, we are that number. But this Proverbs 3 and verse 5, it says, trust in the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah. Matter of fact, hold on. Yep. It says, trust in the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. You see? So the elect is going to trust in Yahweh Shema Shah. We trusting in the Lord now. You see? That way, we're not going to lean unto our own understanding. The Lord is training us up now to trust in him. You see? And how is he training us? Through these different, trial moments, these different chastising moments, because remember, the Lord told us he wasn't going to put more on us than we can bear. But with the temptation, he'll make a way to escape, roughly paraphrased. Meaning it's salvation at the end, ultimately, through whatever situation. But our mind is being prepped for Jacob's trouble, to trust in the Lord. You see? We're being built up. But as for everybody outside this council, as for 2/3, they're going to lean into their own understanding. And we don't want to be like them, man. That's why we hope and pray that the Lord keep us, man, and have mercy upon us. But Lord willing, that was edifying. I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the men who taught me this truth. Peace and blessings be to the hopeful elect, your men, women, and little ones that believe on the words of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.